Hi there, everyone. I'm meteorologist Ashley Baylor with a check of your latest forecast. Obviously, conditions have been pretty rough over the last 24 hours, so it's actually nice to get a little bit of sunshine out there this afternoon, which would help start to evaporate some of the standing water that is still out there, and there is a lot of it. The flood warning will remain in effect for these areas shaded in green. That includes the eastern shore, the south side, and northeast North Carolina. Those warnings are set to expire just after 8 o'clock, but it's possible they may reissue them again. Looking at some of the rainfall totals across Virginia, the Saunders section of Suffolk picked up almost 11 inches of rain. That was one of the areas we were watching very closely for some of the highest totals. Picked up about 10 inches in Deep Creek section of Chesapeake. Norfolk International picking up about 10 inches there. Almost 10 inches in Princess Anne. And I did want to include at least one place along the peninsula. Langley Air Force Base picked up just over 7 inches. Looking at some of the rainfall totals across North Carolina, Windsor, that was one of the spots that definitely did not need the rain. Almost 10.5 inches there. 10 inches fell in Cora Peak, 10 inches in Pierceville, 9 inches in Sligo, and about 7.5 inches in Elizabeth City. So these are some very hefty rainfall totals. And then you have to factor in the wind that we had overnight. That wind was relentless. We had a 78-mile-per-hour gust reported in Sandbridge, a 72-mile-per-hour wind gust reported in downtown Portsmouth. So even the wind gusts ended up being a little bit higher than we originally anticipated because the center of that storm came a little bit closer to our viewing area. 65-mile-per-hour wind gusts reported in Suffolk, 62 in Currituck, and a 61-mile-per-hour gust reported at Langley Air Force Base. You can see those winds are finally starting to back off. Luckily, winds have turned out of the north and northwest, which help push some of this water away, so high tide wasn't as bad during high tide at 3:45 this afternoon. You can see we're not even tracking any massive wind gusts out there. You can see wind gusts only up to 30 miles per hour from time to time. As we go through the overnight hours and into your Monday, we will have clear skies, possibly a little bit of patchy fog to start the day, but once that fog lifts and dissipates, we'll have lots of sunshine out there tomorrow. Won't have to worry about any more rain showers. In fact, our 7-day is raindrop free, which I'm sure is something a lot of people are looking forward to. Now, as we take a look at your tidal flooding situation again, we had water levels crested about 4.6 feet earlier during high tide at 3:45, so that was a little bit lower than we anticipated. That's the change for the better for sure. Now, high tide will come up again just after 4 o'clock in the morning. Water levels are expected to crest at about 4.5 feet, indicating minor tidal flooding again. So basically what you saw at 3:45 today is what you can anticipate about 4 in the morning, and then we'll have nuisance tidal flooding right around 4:45 for tomorrow evening. Here's your 7-day forecast. 67 and mostly sunny on Tuesday. We'll keep that sunshine going through much of the week with temperatures warming back into the mid-70s by Thursday.